Hi, this is Team Apex, and our mission is to fight against peripheral vascular disease, a disease more deadly than even the top 4 cancers combined.
In the lieu of September being the Peripheral Arterial Disease Awareness Month, we want to talk about peripheral angiography, the gold standard to diagnose and fix people's lower extremity blockages. We say that oftentimes it takes over 20 years to develop blockages and less than 20 years to fix them.
I was having problems walking, and I had to walk with a cane, and I was having the whole leg was like getting numb.
I was completely blocked in my legs. I had no feeling in my left legs, and every time I walk, and when I say severe pain, God knows severe pain, because I cried many nights and many days.
Peripheral arterial disease is a disease of the blood vessels that prevent the transportation of blood to the legs. One of the ways this condition presents itself is something called claudication, where patients experience a cramping type of pain in their legs that really limit their ability to function.
A lot of peripheral vascular disease goes unnoticed as patients often have vague symptoms. But the disease process does involve buildup of plaque within the arteries of your legs, which can even eventually cause symptoms including pain, discomfort, cramping. Sometimes patients even notice signs which may include discoloration of the skin, hair loss, and in advanced stages we can have ischemic symptoms and signs as well as gangrene.
What we've seen is most patients have what we consider regular or normal cardiovascular risk factors. They have hypertension, hyperlipidemia, diabetes. Oftentimes they are smokers. All these different things will predispose and basically make your risk for developing peripheral arterial disease much more likely.
On the other end of the spectrum, this condition tends to manifest itself developing certain kind of sore, wound, ulcers, gangrene, which can potentially lead to amputation. Amputation can be a severe detriment to the patient's quality of life. So we at Apex dedicate much of our practice to preventing amputation and giving these patients hope.
The focus is early screening and prevention. So one of the ways we screen for patients is using a very simple non-invasive test called ABIs, or an ankle-brachial index. It's basically measuring blood pressures throughout different parts of the leg, and that basically gives us an idea of how the blood flow is all the way down to the ankle. After that, we have other different tests that we can use. Arterial ultrasounds, which is basically a duplex or an ultrasound study that looks at how blood is flowing all the way down the leg. There are other more advanced testing, such as CT scans, which uses a contrast dye to help visualize the arteries in the lower extremities. We access one of the arteries and we basically use the contrast dye to look and see how the blood flow is all the way down to the foot.
For patients with peripheral artery disease, we can get into the artery that may be blocked. Artery is like a highway. If you block the highway, blood can't get through it and infections won't heal. What we do is we get through that blockage, open it up with a balloon or a metal tube called a stent, and open up that highway. The patient experience is also as important to us with this particular medical condition as it is treating the patient. We concentrate to get patients better faster, keep their legs attached, and enjoy a full life.
September is PAD Awareness Month, and on Wednesdays we wear white socks to raise awareness about peripheral vascular disease. So together, let's take a step, because at Apex we believe saving limbs save lives.
Pon tu corazón en nuestras manos.
As pernas saudáveis são o presente para a vida.
Боль в ногах является сигналом для обследования сердца.
سكاينا صحيين لحياة أفضل.
अपने दिल और अपने चलने के साधन, अपने पैरों को अपने हाथ में हमें हमारे हवाले करिए.
નાચતા રહેવું હોય તો પગને સ્વચ્છ રાખો.
I give testimony on July the 16th, and I'm sorry if I'm crying, and I'm going to keep on crying. Tears of joy now. Tears of joy, not pain no more. When this man opened up my legs and gave me new legs, I feel like I'm a bionic woman. Last night I danced from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock to all my gospel songs, and then I sat down and I waited to see if I still felt them pains and where I felt like my legs couldn't even breathe, or I was stomping them like a horse, trying to get feeling back in them. I am here.
With these doctors, I recommend them to anybody. This place I recommend to anybody. The staff is wonderful. They embrace you. They're right there for you. They help you in any way that you can. Oh, they're awesome. All I can say is they're very awesome. Everyone here is awesome. And this is the only place I ever come to see it this awesome. Anywhere else, I don't know, but I'm speaking about where I have my experience, and it's right here. Right here.